Hey, what's up, guys? This is David Chase Taylor of 911truther.org. Today is April 27th of 2026. So, based on breaking news and events, it appears the CIA headquarters located beneath CERN at Lake Geneva in Switzerland is going to stage a made-for-TV event during the state visit by King Charles III of England to the United States on April 27th through the 30th of 2026. Essentially, what the CIA is planning to do is to kill two birds with one stone. So they are absolutely desperate to make the world like that movie, No Country for Old Men. They're trying to get rid of both Donald J. Trump and King Charles III of England, and so they're going to knock them out at the same time. Either by assassination, by accident, but they're going to be unalived or killed in some form or fashion on the day of April 27th, April 28th, April 29th, or April 30th of 2026. So I'm just going to state for the record that King Charles III of England, Camilla Bowles Parker, Donald J. Trump, and or Melania Trump will be unalived, assassinated, or otherwise killed in some form or fashion in the next 4 days. This may come from a targeted assassination, some sort of accident, some force majeure, some act of God, an act of war, or an act of terrorism. And it's 100% certain that during this official state visit by King Charles III of England to the United States on April 27th to the 30th of 2026, that the CIA is going to stage a Defcon-level event, a national emergency, a declaration of war, a biological outbreak, and or World War III in the United States or elsewhere around the world in the next 4 days. So this state visit by King Charles III is a long time in the making. It comes on the heels of the shooting at the White House Correspondents Association dinner at the Washington Hilton Hotel in Washington, D.C. back on April 25th of 2026. And this was specifically designed to foreshadow and set the precedent for an assassination event targeting King Charles III of England 3 days later. So in the event of a secondary assassination event targeting Donald J. Trump, and because the royal family, the king and the queen, are staying at the White House in Washington, D.C., it would mark two such events in 4 days. So the 25th, 26th, 27th, 28th. So an attack on Donald J. Trump and King Charles III of England is expected on Tuesday, April 28th of 2026. Obviously, you have two events in 4 days. The number 24 equates to the letter X, which is known internationally as a symbol of death. So exactly what type of attack is planned is not known, but it appears that the CIA plans to stage a Russian submarine-based naval assault targeting Washington, D.C., Baltimore, New York City, or other cities in the region. And this is going to be, of course, a false flag. This is going to be executed by the Israeli Navy. German-made Dolphin-class submarines of the Israeli Navy are going to launch an aerial assault targeting Washington, D.C., specifically to assassinate U.S. President Donald J. Trump and King Charles III of England. In the United States, they want to put in J.D. Vance or Barack Hussein Obama, one of the two. If they put in Vance, he may be in there for a short time, or they will put it, Barack Hussein Obama will be put in, especially if Vance dies in this impending attack. In respect to King Charles III of England, they are desperately trying to get Prince William in there because they plan to resurrect the United Kingdom, because they're done with the United States and they want to basically destroy the United States, and so they want the United Kingdom to become a dominant force on the world stage, and they can only do so, or they refuse to do so until Prince William becomes King William. So they have to get rid of King Charles. They've been trying to murder him. They've given him cancer. They've done all sorts of things. I publish reports every day for King Charles to try to prevent them from murdering him. And so in this particular scenario for this state visit, they plan to kill King Charles in the United States in the next 4 days. And this impending attack targeting the White House on the morning of April 28th of 2026 is specifically designed to kill Prince Charles, or King Charles III of England, kill Donald J. Trump, and trigger World War III. Like I said earlier, J.D. Vance may or may not be killed in this attack, but it's going to be launched from German-made Dolphin-class submarines of the U.S. Navy, and it's going to be blamed on Russian submarines. It's going to be a Red October moment, and they're going to blame Putin, who is trying to kill King Charles of England and President Trump for their respective slights against Russia, obviously with the U.S. Attack and invasion in Venezuela, the attack on Iran, and then King Charles has a long history, especially in respect to his mother, Queen Elizabeth, with the Russian Federation. They staged a number of events in Russia or in England that are related to Russia, namely the poisoning of double agents, Skripal with Novichok nerve agent in England. And there's been a number of things over the years, which I'm not going to get into, but basically this is what they plan on doing to stage World War III. I would imagine that they're going to fire Israeli-made cruise missiles into Washington, D.C., or some sort of kamikaze suicide drone bombing attacks, or even a ballistic missile. We're at this point now where they are absolutely desperate to start World War III, and they're desperately trying to make Russia the bad guy, because the whole entire world is focused on Israel and their genocidal tendencies, and all the chaos and mayhem that they bring wherever they go. And so they're trying to make Putin to be the bad guy. And so this apparent assassination, or I should say impending assassination, of both Trump and King Charles is supposed to enrage the public in both the UK and the United States, and for us to go to war. It would likely feature mass deployment of hundreds of thousands of troops to Ukraine to go and fight and die in a pointless and senseless war that is being orchestrated by Switzerland and her CIA, along with the Israeli Navy, and of course Benjamin Netanyahu, who needs to be arrested for war crimes. So obviously, if the CIA forgoes this plot for Tuesday, April 28th of 2026, they are going to reload and they're going to try again. And so I would suspect that they are going to do an attack on the 29th of April. That would be two assassination events in 5 days, 2 and 6. 5 days later, so that would be 2 and 6 events, the 25th, 26th, 27th, 28th, 29th. So that would be 2 and 6 days. 26 equates to letter Z, which is an acronym for Zionism. And so this could be a trans shooter, this could be an Iranian assassin, this could be a Russian assassin, a Chinese assassin, it could be an IRA car bombing, it could be anything. And so they are planning to off King Charles, Camilla Bowles, Donald J. Trump, or Melania Trump in the next 4 days during this state visit. And they are also going to stage domestic terror attacks in the United States. This is going to be mass shootings. This is going to be car bombings. This is going to be hostage crises. They are absolutely desperate because the entire world is completely focused on this visit by King Charles. And so the whole world is focused on the United States. And so what they want to do is, because Switzerland hates the United States, and the only country that hates the United States more than Switzerland is Israel. So Israel and Switzerland are going to work together. So you have to. It's almost like Switzerland is the brain, and then like Israel is the muscle. Their Mossad, their Navy, their Air Force, their IDF is like the muscle. So they're working in tandem. And then they plan on staging a horrific event in the United States. This could be this could be a natural disaster, but they want to embarrass the United States. They also wanted to have a reason to remove the World Cup from the United States, and so they are going to do something very heinous. It's likely going to involve the sacrifice of children, because that's what they're into. That's what Israel, that's what Switzerland, that's what they're into. They're into murdering little babies, so there's a high likelihood that they're going to stage some sort of horrific event. And considering the escalating amount of school shootings and mass shootings that have occurred over the last few weeks, one of them being outside of a bar in University of Texas, the other one being outside Indiana University. So it looks like they're going to go for schools, probably young females. These are female blood sacrifices. Or school children is likely, and they're probably going to do Jews or Israelis. This is, they're absolutely sick, so they would probably possibly attack a children's hospital, a nursery, or some sort of kindergarten, or something extremely heinous while King Charles is in the United States, because whatever happens in the United States when King Charles is here is going to be remembered forever. He's going to be forced to comment on it and give apologies or condolences and so on and so forth. Lastly, also the same goes for the United Kingdom. The CIA has this history, a track record spanning over 100 years of when shit hits the fan, the head of state leaves the country. When the cat's away, the mice will play type of deal. And so some sort of Defcon-level event, national emergency event is expected in the United Kingdom while King Charles III is in the United States. This may happen in England, in London most likely, but there's also the possibility of Wales, Scotland, Ireland, Northern Ireland being targeted by the CIA, possibly under the disguise of this new IRA that they've been talking about, and which just committed a car bombing in the last week. So some sort of major event is going to befall the United States or the UK during this next 4 days from April 27th to the 30th of 2026. And what's important to note is that it's going to be CBRN in nature. That's chemical, biological, radiological, or nuclear in nature. It's going to be used to spawn a second global biological pandemic and or trigger World War III. And it will likely, if it happens in the United States, it will likely result in the death of U.S. President Donald J. Trump. So I believe that I will go ahead and state on the record that J.D. Vance will be sworn in as the 48th President of the United States by May 1st of 2026 in the aftermath of Trump's demise. So obviously if this happens, I kindly ask that you download this video and share it with local, state, and federal law enforcement, military, and intelligence officials, as well as with local, national, and international media outlets.